welcome back to another workout. Today our focus is going to be on arms and shoulders. So we're working shoulders, biceps, triceps, and we're going to start off with the plate or lateral raise. So just like using the dumbbells, you can do the standing, you can do the seated, but we are taking small plates and we're just going to raise them out to the side. So hitting middle of the shoulder, your middle delt, the plate lateral raise. It's really good to hit shoulders at a higher volume. They respond really well to that. It's a small muscle, so a little bit lighter weight, a little bit more reps. And so we're looking at probably 12 to 15 reps, 3 to 4 sets. All right, we're going to do the lateral raise exercise for the shoulder, right? So sometimes we don't always have access to dumbbells. So you can modify this exercise and use the lighter plates. The 2, the 5, I wouldn't really recommend going above 10. You're going to hold, so you have your 2 middle fingers in the hole, and then you have thumb on the outside edge, and then your grip, like your party grip, right? Okay, so that is enough being silly. We're going to, and that gives us a really good grip. We're going to make sure our posture is good, so getting a good base, feet underneath the hips, not together, contracting the core, making sure that our weight is stacked down. Then we are going to bring the arms out to the side and slightly in front of us. And then we're taking those weights right out to the side. All right, so the only place we should be feeling this is in our shoulder, the middle part of our shoulder. We should not be feeling this in our traps. We shouldn't be feeling it in our back. You could probably feel your core working because we want to make sure that arms are going out to the side in front of the body a little bit, but also that you're pushing out towards this wall. So we're lengthening the arms. There is a slight bend in the elbow. Let's see, I'm going to do it from the side so you can see. There's a slight bend in the elbow. That way we're protecting the elbow. We don't want it locked out, right? That's kind of painful. So to the forward, to the front, a little, not out here, but right here, like on the edge of your quad, and tight core, bring it up, out to the side. Think about pushing the wall away from you, and then lower back down. As we're bringing the weight up, can you see we are tipping that pinky up towards the ceiling a little bit? That is exactly what we want to do. And we should not feel this in the traps. We should only feel it in the middle part of the shoulder. And that is our lateral raise. You can do this standing. You could also do this seated if you have a seat available. But either way is good. As you progress weights, you probably do want to do it seated. That way you are nice and stable and not using momentum. From there, we move to one of my favorite bicep exercises, and it's the isolated dumbbell curl. So with this particular exercise, it is the hammer curl. So we have neutral grip, working short head of the bicep, isolated, so super focused just on building biceps. 12 to 15 reps, 3 to 4 sets.
This is an isolated hammer curl variation. So it is bilateral, working both biceps at the same time. We're going to set up, keeping the tricep on the isolation pad, neutral grip, so palms face in, and then we are bending and extending the elbow by contracting the bicep. So hammer curls are going to work the shorter head of the bicep, adding a little more thickness to the bicep itself. With the isolation curls, we really want to make sure that that tricep stays in contact with the pad, that we're not allowing the shoulders to roll forwards, and that we're really contracting through the bicep to bend that arm and bring that weight up. You're going to pause at the top for just a second there and really focus on that full contraction and that full load in the bicep. And that is your isolated hammer curl.
From there, we'll move to the tricep rope press down. So this exercise targets tricep. With this one, you really want to make sure that you're getting that good separation of the rope at the bottom to really fully engage the entire tricep. And triceps, again, are going to respond really well to volume. So 12 to 15 reps, 2 to 3 sets.
All right, so we're going to do a tricep cable press down. There's actually several tricep exercises you can do with the cable and the rope, but today we're just going to go over a press down. So palms go in to face each other, and then you're going to stand with a good base. So we don't want to be here. That does not give us a good base. Making sure feet are stable, core is stable, and you want to be about 1.5 feet away from the attachment. So you're going to bring it in, your arms are going to come down to your sides, and you're going to pin your elbows to your sides, and you're going to press the rope down. You're going to extend going out to the side, allow it to come back up so you have some stretch on the tricep, but keeping those arms tight next to your sides, and then press it down again. So here, you should only feel that you are squeezing back behind the arm to hold that shoulder down, because we don't want to feel this in the shoulder. We want to be feeling it just in the tricep. So you should feel the lat working and serratus to stabilize, and then you should only feel tricep contracting as you press the weight down. So we don't want to be here. That is all in your traps in the front of your shoulders. Instead, lift that chest up, get your arms down, contract the back to hold the shoulders, and then pull the weight down. So all you're doing is bending and extending the arm while you are holding the shoulder back and down. And that is tricep press down.
And then our last exercise is rear delt focus. So this is the face pull. We're using the cable, we're using the rope again. With this particular exercise, we want to make sure our elbows step nice and high in line with the shoulders. We're really focused on hitting that back of the shoulder as the prime mover of this exercise. You shouldn't feel it in your traps at all. And face pull 2 to 3 sets, maybe 4 sets. And again, we're working 12 to 15 reps.
Hi, I'm Coach Clarissa, and today we are going to cover the cable face pull. So this is an exercise that targets the rear delt, the muscle on the back of the shoulder. We don't want to feel it in the trap. We don't want to feel it in the lats. We are really just trying to focus on that muscle on the back of the shoulder. So we start high attachment, and if you can get the longer rope, it's going to be a little bit better. We start with grip. So we take the, can you see? We take our rope here, thumbs go next to the attachment, and then you're going to wrap over and bring your knuckles together. From there, you're pulling straight back over the top of your head. So you want to bring the rope back, try to get your elbows in line with your shoulders, not only so that they're in line here, but also that they're in line. We should get a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to pause at that contraction and then resume it to the starting position. So pull, pause, stretch, pull. So you're keeping tension on the rear delt through the entire exercise, and you're keeping that rope up above the head. When we pull down here, when we're doing this, we're really not targeting the back of the shoulder at all. In fact, I don't even really know what we're working, maybe our spine. So target the back of the shoulder, our hands high, elbows in line, and just really loading that rear delt. So up overhead, bring the elbows back. Elbows should stay in line with shoulders, pausing in the back position where we have that rear delt contracted. Resume to starting, keeping the tension on the rear delt. And that is cable face pull.
And that's it for our arms and shoulder workout today. If you like it, or if you give it a try and you like it, let me know. If you give it a try and you hate it, let me know. Feedback's always great. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and be sure to like and subscribe so that you can continue to get our weekly updates.